Good afternoon. Welcome to the Midday News on 3FM 92.7. This bulletin is coming to you live from our studios at Adesawe Kanda and streaming live on Facebook. We're also live on Kesmi 107.1 FM in Tamale. I am Enyunam Haliga. Coming up this morning, calm returns in Iswayam in the western region following clashes between community and police resulting in the closure of the police station. Our reporter Irama Smith has the latest on this as angry residents demand the handover to them on mob justice. In March later, devastation and despair a day after fire razed the China City Mall at Santase in the Ashanti region. And much later in this bulletin, authorities begin assessment of damage after fire at the Kwapong Nursing and Midwifery Training College. We have details of these and other stories. Please stay with us. Thank you for staying with us. Now to our very first story. Fire has scattered parts of the Kwapong Nursing and Midwifery Training College in the Isianafo South District of the Ahafo region. Personnel from the Ghana National Fire Service were called in around 7 a.m. to battle fire flames that have engulfed one of the school's dormitories, forcing students to run for their lives. Now, teams from the Ghana National Fire Service and National Disaster Management Organization are on the ground assessing the situation, investigating the cause of the blaze, and providing support to the affected students. Preliminary findings suggest that the fire started in one of the rooms on the first floor of the dormitory block and spread to 6 adjoining rooms, destroying roofing sheets, furniture, books, bedding, and other personal belongings. Now, at the moment, no casualties are recorded, but several students have been displaced as investigation continue into what triggered the incident. NADMO officials say their focus now is on evaluating the extent of the damage, coordinating relief efforts, and reinforcing safety measures across the campus. Now, let's speak to the Ahafo Regional NADMO Director, Gabriel Edu-Bonsu, for more details. Sir, good afternoon. If you can hear me, what preliminary assessment has NADMO made regarding the extent of the damage at the Kwapong Nursing and Midwifery Training College?
Good afternoon, my dear sister. It's true. In one of the communities known as Kwapong, under Ashanti South, Ashanti South District. This morning, we got a call that there's a fire outbreak. And lo and behold, when we got there, fire service were there. And I can attest to it that there were 2 fire tenders. And in any case, they've been able to bring the fire under control. But as I speak with you, the cause of the fire is under investigation. We are yet to come up with what caused the fire. And unfortunately for us, it has affected almost about 150 students. All the 150 students. And all their beddings, their clothing, their certificates, their books, and others are all bent. So, and indeed, the district chief executive is with us, the fire service officers are with us, police are with us, and the school authorities, they are all cooperating. So as I speak to you, all the students, they've been displaced. Our major priority now is to get them a place to put their head and at least counsel them, when fire breaks up like this, and then work on them. And in so doing, we've arranged that we meet all the authorities concerned, the regional minister, fire service, the school authorities, the district chief executives, and we not more. So in the course of the day, we know very well that fire service and others, they will come up with their thorough investigations, of which we may know whatever caused the fire. And then again, NADMO, we are in the process of, they will need mattress, student beds, and many other things. So on the second time that, and indeed, the chief of the town too is with us. But when you look at the mood of the students now, those who have been impacted, in fact, it's not anything to write home about. I'm very sad, and they have even requested that they be allowed to get to their hometowns. And then we are about to meet the principals, and then we deliberate on this and counsel them, and then know the way forward. But with NADMO, we want to coordinate all the reports, and then we'll make it known to our Director General in Accra.
Mr. Gabriel, thank you so much. We will connect with you in our subsequent bulletin, but that was the Ahafo Regional NADMO Director, Gabriel Edu Bonsu. Now we'll take you to the Ashanti region a day after fire ripped through the popular China City Mall at Santase, a major commercial hub in Kumasi. The scene is one of devastation and despair. The fire, which reportedly started around 3 p.m. on Thursday, engulfed the entire building, making it impossible for shop owners to salvage anything. My colleague Ibrahim Abubakar returned to the scene this afternoon and has filed this report.
So almost 24 hours after fire swept through the China City Mall here at Santase in Kumasi, the air at the scene is still thick with smoke. The building's exterior and interior are heavily blackened, with portion of the structure coming down, revealing the intensity of the blaze. A combined team of personnel from the Ghana National Fire Service and the police service has cordoned off the area to allow for preliminary investigation and prevent any potential structural collapse. Demolition on portion of the building has begun as per recommendation by the Ghana National Fire Service, but part of the building, according to officials, will remain untouched until after the investigations.
As you can see, the structure, we ask that that frontage should not be brought down until the investigation is completed. So this morning we are here to continue the investigation. We will be talking to individuals who are workers, as occupants of the structure, combined with our own observation of the structure, to come out with a conclusive probable cause of whatever it is.
While the official cause of the fire is yet to be determined, initial speculations point to a possible electrical fault. The incident has sparked conversation about fire safety compliance in commercial buildings in the city.
I tell you honestly, it looks as if we are not taking fire safety measures very serious. Even if you are taking it serious, many organizations do not make them as a management issue. Many don't want to make it management issue because it involves funds. All over the world, fire safety is very expensive. But you shouldn't therefore compromise on it. We should take it very serious.
Ibrahim Abubakar, TV3 News, Kumasi.
And that was my colleague Ibrahim Abubakar bringing us update a day after fire ripped through the popular China City Mall at Santase. Now we'll take you to the western region where heavy security presence at the Nsawam police station in Takwa Nsawam municipality after a violent clash between residents and police over the detention of a suspected kidnapper on Wednesday. We will connect with our western regional correspondent, but first let's take a listen to this report.
There is heavy police presence here at the Nsawam police station in the Takwa Nsawam municipality following an attack by the community on the police station. You will recall that on Wednesday, a gentleman, 25-year-old Sule Moses, was arrested whilst allegedly trying to kidnap some 2 children. And even though the person was arrested and brought to the police station, the community did not agree with the police when they were asked to wait for further investigations leading to the attack. And the agitated community, which demanded the release of the alleged kidnapper, blocked the road leading to Takra, they burning tires and prevent anybody from entering, and pelted stones at the police station, police personnel on the ground. All that they were demanding for is the release of the alleged kidnapper. When you come here, you find about 16 motorbikes bent, 2 police vehicles damaged. You understand, one has been sent to the head office at Takwa. And you find a lot of stones around. These were allegedly pelted. But the police station has been closed down. The personnel here are just protecting the place, ensuring that they do not return to cause further damage. The alleged kidnapper has been transferred to Takwa. And we understand that some were injured. One has been sent to the Afforestation Regional Hospital for further medical attention. We understand 3 police officers and 4 civilians, and the one who is in a critical condition has been sent to the Afforestation Regional Hospital in Sekondi for further medical attention. We have been speaking to the father of the 2 children.
I'm shocked because you see next 2 days now. Before I could discuss about Sasa and I say, because I to me. So we met there. Who drew me pa? First, and uncle one mutual this time in the room.
We have been speaking to the assembly member for the area.
From this morning, like you are saying, the whole place is calm now. And I don't know what will happen next, but I know my people are calm and nothing will happen. We are only waiting on the police to see how best they can help us so that we know the situation. Well, they have an insight that this will not go anywhere because like we are living in Ghana, you know this, like once it has happened this time, many of us will talk, but from 2-3 days, then we leave the news and nothing will happen. That's why they were demanding for the person so that they will do whatever they like because they.
Now we're connecting with my colleague Irama Smith, who joins us on the phone right now from the latest from the police. Irama, if you can hear me, we understand the police is about to issue a release after a major finding. Talk to us about it.
Right. So following the incident on Wednesday, the suspect is in police custody whilst they continue with investigations. Now, the latest development is that the little girls were questioned by the police, and it was revealed that they actually requested the said gentleman, that's Sule Moses, to help them cross the street. They went to the gentleman to seek for help to cross the street, and that was what was misunderstood by the shopkeeper who was observing the incident and then raised the alarm, resulting in his being attacked and being sent to the police station and all the other things that happened. So the gentleman was not a kidnapper, but he was approached to help the girls to cross the street. The police station is still closed down. There are 7 people who were injured. You will recall I mentioned that one had been transferred to the Kwapong Regional Hospital. He's still at the hospital, but the other 6 have been released. There are 3 police personnel and then 4 civilians. So 6 people have now been released. That is 1 civilian at the Kwapong Regional Hospital. I have been speaking to the MCE for the area as well, and he's Ebenezer Kobina. His concern now, he was there when the little girls were questioned, and his concern now is how to get the community to accept the new developments for peace to ensue in the community. Because now, today I have spoken to the father of the case, and the distrust or the mistrust of the police is very high. They don't believe what the police is saying. They don't really trust what the police is saying. So that is there, and the MC is saying he may have to organize some debate to try to get the community to accept this latest development.
Very interesting development there. But what is the general mood in the community now?
The general mood is it's normal. Everything is going on normally, but that mistrust is there. They don't believe what the police is saying. They don't trust what the police is saying. And for the little cases, like everybody is now protective of their children. For schools in the community are now demanding that when you send your child to school, come and pick the child yourself. Don't send anyone to come and pick your child. So basically, they are protecting the little children in the community, and there's a sense of mistrust in the community. They don't trust the police, and they don't trust strangers.
Thank you so much, Irama Smith. She's our Western Regional Correspondent, bringing us up to speed on some happenings over there. But we'll move now to the Upper East region, where a motivating line of Zamy Technical Senior High School's anthem, and I read, "Let's fight hard to achieve our aim," has become more than just words for the students in the school in the Bolgatanga municipality of the Upper East region. Despite these overwhelming challenges they face, students continue to persevere. Meals are taken under a tree that doubles as both a dining and assembly hall due to the lack of proper facilities. The situation has raised serious concerns among students and parents about the welfare and learning environment at the school. Authorities have acknowledged the infrastructural challenges and say decisions and discussions are ongoing to address the problem. Now, if you go onto our Facebook, you'll see live pictures up there of the students at the assembly and having their dining under the trees. Now, our Upper East Regional Correspondent, Tanko Mohammed Ibrabiu, reports that students are calling for urgent government intervention to provide a befitting dining hall and other basic amenities to improve teaching and learning conditions. My colleague now joins us via phone now. Tanko, if you can hear us, how serious is the situation at Zamy Senior High Technical School, and what concerns are the students raising?
Okay, thank you very much. For the past 15 years, students of Zamy Senior Technical High School take their meals under a tree, just closer to the small dining hall that we have. The reason is that the available dining hall is too small that it cannot take the 2,609 student population at stake. So that they stand not even sick, they stand under a particular tree just closer to the old dining hall for their meals to be served. And then the same they use that same tree as an assembly hall for meetings whenever the school authorities want to engage them. There are a lot of challenges compared to the school, which has to do with lack of classroom furniture. You could imagine that female students have to sit on the floor, not even on a cemented floor, but on a bare floor stand. As teaching and learning is going on. So there are a lot of challenges, temptations on the floor and then the situation. So the one I listened to most of the students were saying that despite these challenges, they will still work hard to achieve their aims as their school anthem stipulated.
But have you spoken to some of the school authorities or government, and what are they saying about this?
Yes, thank you very much. I was at the school with the PTA association. They saw the situation last year, so they mobilized some little resources to reduce the pressure in the school in terms of the how the students are being served at the school. They provided some 150 dining tables and then benches for the school. In fact, the PTA chairman is very worried that at school which has gained more popularity in the region and in the country, such situation is happening is very appalling. So he's therefore appealing to the school authorities. But the MC also, I spoke with him earlier before this interview. He said that government has, the assembly and then the RCC have taken notice of the situation. Even last month, the Minister of Education, Haruna Education, and the regional minister visited the school together with the assembly to see, the level of challenges in the school. So more government will come soon in terms of infrastructure. What the MC of Boga told me this morning.
Thank you so much. That was our Upper East Regional Correspondent, Tanko Muhammad Rabiu. Now, as today marks the end of the Breast Cancer Awareness Month, calls have intensified for regular breast screening exercises as the figures show an alarming rate. A total of 68 breast cancer cases were recorded in the northern region in 2024 alone. Now, we will get more on this development where we connect with our Northern Regional Correspondent, Christopher, who will bring us updates on that. But moving on, government has given firm assurance that arrears-owned personnel under the Defunct Youth in Afforestation program will be paid. Now, the Deputy Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Yusuf Sulemana, told the Public Accounts Committee that government owes former beneficiaries about 45 million cedis in unpaid allowances dating back to 2023. He explained that the outstanding payments will be made once funds are released, stressing that the ministry is working closely with relevant agencies to resolve all pending financial commitments under the program. Now, the Youth in Afforestation initiative was introduced to create jobs while promoting environmental restoration, but delays in payment have sparked frustration among former personnel.
Okay, so let me go into your Youth in Afforestation program. I can see that for 2022, there was a payment of almost 127 million, and 2023, it reduced to 62 million. I want to understand, as at this year, how much of the arrears do we still have? Because there's been a number of complaints around Youth in Afforestation program. And there's been some bit of complaints coming from a lot of these young people that were involved in that program. The committee wants to know how much of that debt is still outstanding, because if it went down from 127 to 62, it means that you've made significant progress. So can you update the committee on where we are with the Youth in Afforestation program?
Honorable Chair, the Youth in Afforestation program commenced in 2018, and it was phased out March 2025. At the time of phasing out the program, we were in arrears of almost 17 months' salaries or allowances, and the amount due was about 45 million. This has been duly audited by government, and we've received assurance that it will be paid in due time.
The assurance to the young people, young Ghanaians who were involved in youth afforestation is that the arrears have been audited and that they will be duly paid at the end of the year. Is that the assurance we are getting?
Let me put this in context. There's an amount of money that was supposed to be paid in 2023. And I repeat, in 2023, government was supposed to pay this amount of money. Government was unable to pay. And so it rolled on until 2025.
And those were excerpts from today's proceedings at the Public Accounts Committee, where government is given a firm assurance that arrears owed personnel under the Defunct Youth in Afforestation program will be paid. Now, as today marks the end of the Breast Cancer Awareness Month, calls have intensified for regular breast screening exercise as the figures show an alarming rate. A total of 68 breast cancer cases were recorded in the northern region in 2024 alone. Now, let's get more on this development with my colleague Christopher Amaku, who joins us via the phone. Christopher, if you can hear me, how serious is this prevalence of breast cancer in the northern region?
Yes, I must say that it's a very serious issue here in the northern region because in 2024 alone, about 68 cases were recorded. As we speak, through the screening this month alone, some 200 cases have been identified, and the Tamale Teaching Hospital has organized for them to come for further assessment, and so that is how serious it is. And for the health professionals and other stakeholders in the health sector, this is something that needs urgent attention because people do not even take issues of breast cancer awareness serious, and so it's about time that they rethink it, such that it's not only done in the month of October, but on regular daily basis, people should go to the health facilities to get themselves screened. Let's take a listen to what some of them have been saying.
Northern region, 68 cases were reported in 2024, 65 in Tamale, 2 in Kwandai, and 1 in Kushegu. The screening services have detected about 200 abnormalities, lumps, which have been referred on for further investigations. Death rate in our part of the country is very high, as they have presented. Let us change the story. Let's turn the story around. They diagnose breast cancer at the breast clinic, mostly in stage 3. That is what they presented, and that is always it. Usually they come when the breast is already ulcerated, and by this time it's already advanced. It means it has gone to...
Chris, if you can ask, how are stakeholders working to intensify education in the northern region?
Yeah, so what they've called for is collaboration with GES and other stakeholders, because they want to start it from the basic level where they are catching the young girls and boys at that early stage. They are also calling for more resources to be given for them to be able to reach every corner of the region, because usually it is those in the rural areas who do not have facilities where they can easily go for some of these screenings are those affected. And so every corner must be covered by the health professionals and other stakeholders in the health sector.
Christopher, thank you so much. And that was Christopher Amaku, our Northern Regional Correspondent, bringing us updates on the prevalence of breast cancer as we end the Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Now, tricycles, popularly known as pragia or keke, have become a lifeline for many commuters in Ghana, especially in areas where public transport options are limited. But behind the convenience lies a growing debate about safety, regulation, and road use. Asida Boche explores the realities faced by tricycle riders navigating Ghana's busy streets.
Like every other day, commuters are rushing to beat the early morning gridlock. Here at the Abokobi Lorry Station, tricycles, popularly known as pragias, are in high demand, as many commuters prefer them for their speed and affordability. Unlike regular vehicles, tricycles offer a quicker and cheaper alternative for most commuters, making them the preferred choice for short-distance travel. But as demand grows, so do the dangers associated with their operations. From reckless riding and lack of proper licenses to underage riders, the risks continue to rise. Meet CJ, a 28-year-old senior high school graduate. He has been in the tricycle business for the past 10 years. According to him, he makes between 200 and 300 cedis in profit daily. However, he says the business is not without challenges, citing frequent attacks by armed robbers and the poor state of roads as major concerns.
We face a lot. Yeah. Bad people are around, they will monitor you, they will take your bike from you, they can even stab you. Last year, we encountered 3 deaths from this same thing. They will just kill you and take your motor and they will just dash off.
Other riders shared similar sentiments.
The moment we buy the motor, we have the helmet, but most of them keep it in the house. They don't use it. And the police are, chasing us because, and using the helmets is our beneficiary, because sometimes if you get an accident, maybe you may have a head hurt. So maybe we are using the helmet to prevent you to get such injury.
The road is not good for us there. If we have something to do with the road here, it will be fine.
Beyond the safety issues, There are also legal concerns about the commercial use of tricycles, which by law remains prohibited. The executive director of the National Road Safety Authority says tricycles, just like Okadas, are currently banned from engaging in commercial transport activities.
That was a report by my colleague Asida Boche. That's the first half of this afternoon's bulletin. For more news, please check our website at 3news.com. Michael Obodu comes your way with business.
FM 92.7, Urban Lifestyle Radio Station.
Hello there, good afternoon and welcome to Business Daily on 3FM 92.7. Coming up, aggrieved NDK Finance customers cry foul over locked up funds years after financial sector cleanup and call on Bank of Ghana Finance Ministry to intervene. And Ghanaians spent 3.4 billion cedis abroad in 2023 as self-arranged trips dominate outbound travels. We'll hear from government statistician Dr. Alhassan Idrisu.
We believe for this hotel to get to where we want it to be, we need partners who are deep in the hospitality industry, who can help us scale up this hotel.
We'll bring you details of these and many other stories shortly. Please stay. Thank you so much for your time. Straight into our top story. Some aggrieved customers of NDK Finance are demanding the release of their locked up funds several years after the government's financial sector cleanup exercise. The affected investors say despite repeated assurances from the company, they are yet to receive their full deposits, leaving many in financial distress. My colleague Bismarck Owusa has more in the following report.
It's been several years since Ghana's financial sector cleanup. Yet some customers of NDK Finance say their investments remain locked up. The aggrieved investors tell 3 Business that despite assurances from the company, they have not received the full amounts owed them. One customer, Mr. Buabasa, lamented that although part of his investment has been refunded, a significant portion remains unpaid, leaving him stranded and financially burdened. Another customer, who preferred to remain anonymous, said the delay has made it difficult to cater for her children's education and basic needs. The affected customers accuse NDK Finance of poor communication and inaction, despite several attempts to seek updates. When contacted, authorities at NDK Finance attributed the delay to unresolved issues with the Bank of Ghana following the sector cleanup. The investors are now calling on the Central Bank and the Ministry of Finance to intervene and ensure the release of their funds.
That was a 3 Business News Desk report. Now, government statistician Dr. Alhassan Idrisu says Ghanaians and non-Ghanaians who traveled outside of the country in 2023 spent an estimated 3.4 billion cedis on outbound trips. He explained that the latest domestic and outbound tourism survey by the Ghana Statistical Service shows more than 90% of these travels were self-arranged, underscoring the growing preference for independent travel over package tours. Speaking visits to friends and relatives was the topmost reason for overnight visits in 2023, recording the largest share in each quarter at 40.6%. This was followed by sporting activities, business and professional travels, and funerals in that order.
The Ashanti region consistently recorded the highest number of same-day travelers across all the quarters, ranging between 3,000 and 5,000 trips. The Greater Accra region led by a wide margin throughout all 4 quarters, with about 30,000 and 50,000 overnight trips. Government can ensure that we put in place policies to retain a significant proportion of this 4 billion Ghana cedis. We can do that by investing in transport, investing in our airport, airports, and hospitality infrastructure so that we can keep more of the 4 billion Ghana cedis in circulation in our own economy. Another thing that can be done is to provide tax incentives to encourage tour agencies to design outbound packages that incorporate Ghanaian services and products.
That was government statistician Dr. Al-Hassan Idrisu speaking there. Now, the Institute of Statistical, Social and Economic Research, ISE, has confirmed that government's fiscal consolidation drive remains on track, but expressed concern about the government's rising debt level and limited investment in capital projects that drive long-term growth. According to the Institute, State of the Ghanaian Economy Report 2024, Ghana's public debt rose from 43.9% of GDP in 2013 to around 72% in 2023, before easing to 61.8% by end 2024, reflecting partial debt relief under the ongoing restructuring program. Despite the reduction in debt, ISE noted that capital expenditure remains alarmingly low. Capital spending increased marginally by 0.1 percentage points to 2.5% of GDP in 2024, compared to 2.4% in 2023, a sharp fall from 6.9% of GDP recorded in 2010. The country's debt-to-GDP ratio stood at 43.8% as of June 2025. Now, away from that, the Social Security and National Insurance Trust says in a bid to expand returns for beneficiaries, it is working to establish another power plant. SNIT has invested in Ghana's energy sector, including power plants, as part of its diversified portfolio aimed at long-term returns and national development. Speaking during a media engagement, Director General of SNIT, Kwesi Afforestation, stated that the investment so far in the energy sector has been promising.
That investment has been good, and the value of that investment has more than doubled since that investment was made. 2, we also have a responsibility to be a market player. We are providing power for the people of Ghana. We are providing employment for people who do not have jobs. By bringing in that new 110 megawatts power plant, new engineers have been hired, new accountants have been hired, new admin staff have been hired. The more we improve on the investments we have and expand, not only are we collecting contributions for the Ghanaian worker, but we are also providing employment opportunities. But crucially, all these investments are defined by prudent investment returns that we want to see. The new plant in Kumasi is costing us roughly about $140 million.
So that was Kwesi Afforestation. He is the Director General of the Social Security and National Insurance Trust. SNIT, bringing an end to Business Daily here on 3FM 92.7. For more business stories, please visit our website. It's 3news.com/business. I am Michael Obodu. Thank you for listening. As always, please stay safe. Up next is Urban Blend, and Black Rasta is on standby. Please stay tuned.